Hello everyone, how are you? This is Yvonne Robertson. I'm coming to you this morning. It's been a while since I've done a live video, but I'm coming to you this morning from Phoenix, Arizona, hoping all is well with everyone. Got paint on my hands. Hoping everything is well with everyone this morning. It's morning here. Weather's looking nice. I'm feeling pretty good today, and want to drop a quick video to show you what I am into now. And I want to thank all of you guys who have been viewing my videos and commenting on them. I thank you so very much for that. I'm not here all the time. I am not on YouTube all the time. But I try to, when I do come on, I try to give you the best possible content I possibly can. So I've learned something new while I've been gone, and what I've learned to do is work with copper. And so today I want to share with you something that I've learned to do, and that is work with copper pieces. And here's one of the pieces that I've done. I hope you can see that. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is going to be a charm, but this is a copper piece. And what is it called? Embossing. Copper embossing. And I colored this with paints. So we're going to get into this right now. So some of the things that you're going to need to make this is you're going to need some copper. Now I got these copper pieces on Amazon. I got these copper pieces off of Amazon for $9, I believe, like $9. They have small pieces. We got small pieces here. This is pure copper. Copper pieces here. We got little bitty pieces like this one, and we have big pieces like this one, and then we have the medium size pieces like this. And I got about, how many is in this pack? I think 1, 2, 3, 6 each. 6 each. 6 I call super large, and then super medium large. And you got the little tiny ones that I showed you up front. Okay. And so you get 6 each. And I really like working with copper. Also, I'm going to show you guys how to burn copper made. Now, you may know how to do that already. I didn't. I had no clue you could burn copper and, you know, make pretty jewelry out of it. I had no idea you could even do that. But I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. Those of you who may be interested or may just want to learn something new that you didn't know before. That's pretty cool too. All right. So I got these on Amazon for like $9 something, and it was pretty cheap. I thought it was going to be more expensive than that, but anyway, somebody might say that's expensive, but you know, for me it's worth doing what I want to do. Next, you're going to need a copper embossing, metal embossing pad. It's a metal embossing pad. Now, with this metal embossing pad, it will emboss on your piece. It's called Sizzix. This one is called Sizzix Wild Flower Vines. Inside of that, you see these patterns. Okay, you have a raised pattern, then you have a flat pattern, and this is the flat pattern here. This is the raised pattern at the top. Okay, now what you do is when you get your copper piece, you're going to put this on the inside on the pattern where you want it, on the part of the pattern where you want it. You're going to close it up, but you have to put it through, run this through a Sizzix machine. Okay, now I'm not going to pull out my machine and show it to you, but I am going to explain to you what it is. Sizzix is a machine that it's called a Sizzix Big Shot. A Sizzix Big Shot, you run this through the Sizzix Big Shot. It comes with 2 plates. You run it through the machine, and the machine will emboss that pattern onto your copper plate. Now, is this the only thing that can do that? Yes, it is. Now, there's other ways that you can emboss patterns on copper. I would suggest you go on YouTube, and YouTube will show you the different ways in which you can emboss on copper. I know that they have the little chisel hammer, and they have the steel block, and they have various different patterns, if I'm not mistaken, that you could make these patterns with. I don't do that. I bought me a Sizzix machine, and I run it through the machine. If you go to let's say Amazon or either Google will show you what a Sizzix Big Shot machine looks like. Okay, I'm just going to explain that to you. That way you can look it up if you're interested. Will at least know what you're going to be looking up. These come in different patterns. This embossing plate comes in different patterns, okay, for you to emboss on your copper. Okay, you can also emboss on aluminum. If you're working with aluminum, it will emboss aluminum as well. Okay, now with that being said, you're going to need that, and it's called a Vintaj Deco Emboss. Deco Emboss. Okay, Vintage Deco Emboss. That's what it's called. You can find that on Amazon as well. Okay, and here's what you're going to be looking for. Okay, if you're looking for the Sizzix machine, you're going to Google that. You're going to Google Vintage Deco Emboss. It will tell you where you can purchase these. Okay, also you're going to need a Vintage refining block. Okay, it's called a Vintage refining block. Okay, now this refining block looks like this. It looks like a dry erase pad. That's what it looks like. But what you're going to do is when you get your copper piece, you're going to shine it with this end. You have your front end, you have your front, and you have your side. Okay, your sides. Okay, you have both sides. You have 2 sides. one here, one there. One shines and the other does the scraping, and then this part right here is your shine also buffer. Okay, so you can buff it and make it shine really pretty. And you're going to take that and you're going to go across it just like this, your copper piece, and it will make that part shine. Okay, okay. Vintage refining block. You're going to need that because it will bring out the embossment. When you rub across it, it'll bring your embossment out very pretty, very nicely. So you're going to need that. Okay. Also, you're going to need a pair of metal hole punch. Okay, this is by Vintaj also. I got this off of Amazon. It's a Vintage hole punch. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Okay, and this will punch a hole in metal. Alright, so you're going to need one of those. You're going to need a nail file. Or if you don't have a nail file, if you don't want to get that, you can get a sanding block. Because you're going to need to sand the side of your copper piece so that it's not sharp, because it will cut you if it's not sanded. Okay, you have to sand this. Alright, okay, and after that you're going to need some paints. Okay, and what you're going to do is whatever kind of paint, acrylic paint, alcohol ink you can use, and you're going to take your favorite paint. You're going to put a little bit of paint on the top of your fingertip maybe, and you're going to start blotting the top of your pattern, whatever color you want it to be. Okay, and as you see here, I put a little red in there, I put some green in there. You just blot it. You know what I mean? You don't have to get a paintbrush and paint it. You don't have to do that. Just take whatever paint you want to use and blot the top of it with whatever color it is. And once you finish that, once this gets dry, that's where you're going to use your Vintage block refiner, and you're going to go over the top, and it's going to make it look just like this. Okay, and so that's how you do that. And so I didn't want to be long. I just wanted to come and show you guys what I'm working on. I think this turned out very pretty. This is my first one, and I plan on making more pieces. So as I make more pieces, I just wanted to come on here and explain to you how to do it, okay, and what I was working on. All right, and I hope to see you guys again. God bless and have a good day. Bye-bye.